Hey everyone, I'm back again for another tutorial on Google Apps for Education. Today we'll be focusing on Google Sites, preferably the new Google Sites because they are phasing out the old version. And this one is much more user friendly, so it'll hopefully work out really well. So again, you start in your email inbox. For those of you that either teach with PGCPS or you just use Google in general or Gmail in general, you'll go to the top right corner. You'll click on the waffle, or I call it the 3x3 array. You'll get your menu. Some of you may not have sites on the very first menu that you have. I do because I use it a lot, and so I moved it up there. But if you use your scroll bar and if you don't find it, you click more until you find this little blue and white icon that looks like a web page, and you'll go ahead and it says sites, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. Go ahead and click sites. Mine takes me to this home page where I can either create, and it'll say in classic or in new. Definitely use the new sites because today that's what this PD or this screencast is on. Or you can just go right into new Google Sites. You can see the sites that I've either created or have been shared with me. So this particular Google Sites, this new one, so user friendly. Everything comes right out of Drive. If you want to create a new site, at the bottom right hand corner, there's a little red plus sign. It's create new slide, so go ahead and create this new slide. I'm sorry, not slide, site, Google site. And a lot of the features are similar to that of using Google Forms, Google Drive, or not Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Slides. A lot of these things are very similar, but you can add more things to your Google site. I personally use my Google site for my parents. Of the kids I teach, I add my homework assignments, I add my classroom rules, I add school policies and school rules, I add links to websites and things like that for my students as well, and I do add YouTube videos for when they need help and things like that. Again, as I always say, the first thing you should do is go to this upper left-hand corner and title your site. So this is sample site. You can title it whatever you want, but it also will change the text right here up in this upper left hand corner of your web page. You can add a logo, which is just adding a picture. Like at my school, we are pandas, and so I search for a picture of a panda. Whoops, I'm sorry, I should have clicked search, and that will take you to the Google search part. And so like this little panda, he's cute. I selected him, and then my little panda, I use transparent so you can see him better. But yeah, and now my little panda is up there as well. It's just a cute way of being like, this is my site, and where are the pandas, so all that kind of stuff. Just like in Google Slides, you can change the theme by going to this menu box over here on the right. You can click themes. This one is just the first one that comes in. You can change the colors if you want. If you like that, you can just change the theme if you want, and it gives you different options based on which theme you've chosen. I usually just keep this simple and then change it however I want from there. So I usually will just change the image, and I'll select a new image either by what they come up with and they give me. Like you can change it to one of their like stock items if you don't like the themes they have, or you can, like similar to Google Slides, you can search Google for an image. So we'll search for owls. I like owls a lot, and so that's generally what I use in my classroom, what theme I use and things like that. So I'll just select that, but you can see that it will change your background image to whatever you want it to be. To change your Text, you'll just go ahead and click and you can say like homepage or whatever title you want to give it is fine. You can change the size of the text, make it bold. You have to highlight it first or it won't do. Oh, it's shrunk really tiny. So I'll just make it a heading again or a title and that'll make it big. You can center it. You can make it a link if you want. I'm not going to make my title a link, so I'm not going to do that. You can also change the header type, which is this bar up here where my owl image is. It can become bigger or smaller. Right now it's banner, so it's kind of shrunk a little bit. You can just make it the title, get rid of the image altogether. You can make the banner larger. Or you can just make it an entire page and this can be your cover page and things like that. I generally tend to either use large banner or banner. I'm just going to go back to banner because it will save me some space. But that is how you change those things up there. Now, you should see like a bunch of white blankness at the bottom of your home page or whatever page. You can add more pages if you want. You just go to pages on this bar on the right hand side, you click a plus sign, you add a new page, so classroom rules. Now you don't have to use this just for parent communication in the classroom. Your students can create websites that display project. You can do collaborative projects. They can upload work and make it like a portfolio. I haven't explored all of that with my students yet, simply because my school just does not have the technology resources that we can consistently use this stuff. And so unfortunately for me and my students, we kind of get gypped a little bit. But I'm back on my home page now. You can see that I added a new page. I have a new tab in the upper right hand corner of my web page now. There are different things you can add to your thing. You can add a text box. You just click it and it will appear on your page. And the little dots right here means you can drag it different places. Like if you had other features on there. And if you don't like it, you can delete it. You don't have to keep it. Or you can add an image. It will take you back to, you can find a URL. You can search Google. You can upload something from an album that you have. You can look on Google Drive. I tend to just search them if I want. I like owls, so I'm gonna go back to the owl thing. I think this is a cool owl picture, so I'll select it and add the owl picture. You can crop it. You can uncrop it. You can make it a link. Whoops. So you can also move it to where you want it in the on the section of your site. You can change the background, like if you wanted it to be a color, you don't have to. You can again change it to an image. You can duplicate the section if you want. You don't have to do that either. These little icons over here on the left just give you some more options. Another thing I like to do is add videos to my website because I will add a lot of like math concept videos because there's new math these days. Parents don't understand it. This is one of the concepts that my parents and my students are like, I've never heard of this lattice method multiplication. So I'll find a neat video. I generally pre-watch them before I add them to my website, but for the sake of this, I will just add any video. Again, you can center the video if you want, change the background color of the video to match the above one, and it will play automatically and all that kind of stuff. Another great feature that I really like, and you don't have to add all of this on your homepage. You can have different pages for this. Like if I'm going to add videos, I may have a page just titled math videos, and I will only upload math videos on the math video page. But for the sake of this, I'm just showing you how to add the different features. You can also add a divider, which you can move. Like if I wanted to divide the two sections, you can see it's very faint, but the divider is there. You can also trash it if you want. You don't have to keep it, but that will help you divide sections if you want to divide your sections. The best part I think about this new Google Sites is literally you can take everything you want straight from your drive. Like if you want, like, so we're gonna go back to this menu over here from Drive. You can put documents. You can share a folder if you want. I'm just gonna do a document so you can we'll do this. Some of these are documents I don't use for school, but we'll just say I want to share this technology resources, and you can just click on it and insert it, and it will insert the actual document. But if you wanted to like see the whole document, you would just click on it and do export to a new window, and it would open up the document so you could read the whole document if you wanted. So that's awesome for uploading like homework assignments. If I was gonna do that, I would probably actually just make a folder in my drive and then share the folder. So I've clicked on this 4th grade health. I know that's like not really a classroom rule, but I would and then you could export it out and you could see the different documents, and I would title it like homework or something like that. And that way parents would have access to homework assignments and things like that if you want to upload those things. So I've showed you how to get things off of Drive. I've showed you how to add YouTube videos. Everything comes from your Google app. So if you have a calendar you want to share, I don't really use Google Calendar in my classroom all that much. I use it personally. But if you have a already made Google Calendar that you want to add in there, you can simply just I'll use the one for the sample class or whatever I have, and it will add the calendar. You can show it either by month. You can choose all these different things. So I would show it by month probably. And that way parents could see when things are due and all that kind of stuff. You can add map locations. I've never actually done map locations, but I will type in my school and I'll find that and I'll select that map location and I can add that in there and people can see this is where you work. This is where we are. So that's pretty cool. I think is also a neat feature that, and you can again center it if you wanted to, change the background if you wanted to. Down here at this bottom section it says Google Docs, Slides, Sheets, and Forms. Again, this is the same thing I just showed you with the Google Drive. You can add any doc that you see that you like. I'll just pretend to add this really quick. Some of this has nothing to do with like classroom stuff, but again, it added that document. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, whatever you need it to be. You can add a Google slideshow if you have one that you want to add to your presentation. Again, you just click on it and hit insert and it will insert it. And if you want to view the whole, oh, that's actually a video. Oh no, that is the presentation. Sorry, my bad. And then if you wanted to view it, you hit this open in a new tab menu and it will pop out your presentation. You can add forms, you can add a text box. Again, I've already showed you how to do that, and images, uploading pictures that you want in your presentation. You can just keep adding stuff. Again, you can crop it, link it, delete it. Again, adding pages, you go to the pages and you click the plus. And then you have to hit publish in order for people to see it. You can change the name of it, you can manage who can view it, and then you would hit publish so people can actually see the site. And if you wanted to use it collaboratively with somebody, you can share it with others and add their information down here. Thanks for watching.